Thank you very much. There's one thing you need to know about me, and it's what I have in common with your profession. We were both born in eastern Iowa. I'm very, very proud of that fact. I'm very proud to represent Palmer Chiropractic College and to be part of the amazing things they have done for my state and for the Quad Cities. And I'll tell you how that all comes together with the reason I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of access to chiropractic care for our nation's veterans. Because this comes very easily to me. I grew up in a small town in Iowa, Brooklyn, Iowa, and when I graduated from high school in 1976, there was only one doctor in my hometown, and his name was Dr. Don Roller. And he was a chiropractor who took care of a very important veteran in my life, my dad, who died 30 years ago today. And in 1945, in this week, my dad was on a troop ship, LST 808, on his way to a little island called Iwo Jima. And he literally had left the halls of Montezuma, Iowa High School and walked onto the sands of Iwo Jima as an 18-year-old Marine. And he saw horrible things when he was there. And I am honored that I am going to be going to Iwo Jima in about a month with a World War II veteran from Waterloo, Iowa, where I live now. And I will be thinking about my father, and I will be thinking about how he benefited from the chiropractic care of his friend, Don Roller. Because when I was 2 years old, my dad was working at a grain elevator, and he fell 35 feet and shattered his right leg. And the rest of his life, he walked with a 2-inch lift in his heel. And because of that, he had a lot of problems. And Dr. Roller was there to help him. So when I got elected to Congress, and my friends like Dow and Dr. Christine Geertz and all my other friends who practice chiropractic care in Iowa came to me and asked for help in making chiropractic care more available to our veterans and to our men and women in uniform, it was an easy choice for me. Because if we can provide chiropractic care to members of Congress in the United States Capitol in the attending physician's office, we should be able to provide chiropractic care to our men and women in uniform under TRICARE and to our veterans under the VA health delivery system. Because they've earned it. And they should be given the choice of the type of care they get to meet their basic health care needs. And that's why your support is so important. Because I can tell you, we spend days after day killing forests of trees in this city, printing lengthy talking points on positions. And I can tell you that the most valuable thing you provide us is the personal stories of the people you care for and how their lives are impacted by what you do. Hands down, that is the most effective form of lobbying there is. And anybody who tells you otherwise doesn't know human nature. And that's why I have had such a rare honor of sitting on the Health Subcommittee and now on Veterans Affairs, working every day to try to improve the quality of life for our nation's veterans. And I'm going to be really upfront with you. I didn't come here today to make any partisan political speeches. I came here today to make a nonpartisan political speech. I have the great honor of serving on the Economic Opportunity Subcommittee with a good friend of mine named Marlon Stutzman, who's a Republican from Indiana. And earlier this summer, we had 2 field hearings on how we're going to create jobs for veterans when we have 25% unemployment with returning veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan. And Marlon came to Waterloo, Iowa, and we did a field hearing there with a lot of our great Iowa employers who are committed to creating economic opportunities for veterans. And then we went to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we had a similar hearing there. And all the people in Fort Wayne were Marlon's constituents. None of them knew me. And at the end of the hearing, he turned to me and said, "Bruce, do you have any closing remarks you'd like to make?" And I said, "Yes, I would. And it's going to shock some of the people in this room." I looked at the crowd and I said, "Chairman Stutzman and I are good friends. And you won't see that tonight on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or any of the major networks. But when I found out I was going to get the honor of working with him on this subcommittee, the first thing I did was I invited him out to lunch and I said to him, "What can I do to help you succeed as chairman of this committee? Because when it comes to helping veterans, I don't think there's any room for partisanship." And the amazing thing is that crowd of strangers in Fort Wayne, Indiana reacted just as you did here today. And I said to them, if we held more hearings here in front of you, and you were watching us and participating, you would have much less of the partisan divide that is infecting this city right now. And I think one of the things we need to hear from you is how you don't really care about who gets the credit for solving some of these problems. You want us to come here and work together, put aside our political differences, and try to solve some of these tough challenges we face as a country. And we can do it because we are a great country, but we need your help. And that's why when I was given the opportunity to come here today and receive this honor, I was very proud and very honored, and I am looking forward to continuing to work with you to try to make sure that chiropractic care is a part of the basic right of access to health care that Americans have as a general matter, but particularly to our veterans and our men and women in uniform who fight for us every day and deserve the best that we can give them. So thank you all very much.